What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to go over some of the data points, break it down what's really moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is up 2.91% during the pre-market. A lot of good volume. So it is top 10 most heavily traded, which is always a positive. But there is quite a few things that's really helping NIO move higher. And so yesterday had a pretty brutal day, down 8.96%, largely because of the registration numbers. But NIO did come out with this. So on August the 12th, official data from Onvo showed that Onvo L90 had delivered a total of 4,069 units in just the 10 days of its launch. So this is why a lot of people complain about those registration numbers. There's a lot of explanations on why numbers might not be accurate. So this is an official update from the company itself. So yeah, it's a little bit more in line with their target. So 4,069 in the first 10 days. So let me know your general thoughts. So this is causing obviously NIO to move up a little bit. In addition to that, just got a new rating that was posted early this morning, 450 price target by OpenAI. Analyst has a 58% success rating, 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, if I'm saying that right. So that also is helping to push NIO higher. And then as well, you did have NIO bouncing off of a very strong support level, and that is $4.49. So I'm looking at the one-day chart on a side note. So this is a very strong support level. So going forward, just kind of watch for that. But that's also one thing that's really attributing NIO to move higher, it bouncing off of a support level. So on a technical kind of rebound. And then last but not least, we did have this right here. So new loans, and it came in dramatically below the consensus, and this is a first time in a while that this has happened. So potentially I think a lot of just Chinese stocks are moving higher because of this, because this does allude to potentially a stimulus. This is something that they stated, and new loans, it dropping this much kind of shows that things are somewhat stagnant, and nobody wants that, right? So they are going to really push and pump a lot of money into the economy to avoid any kind of disruptions. And keep in mind, we did just have some inflationary data that didn't come in line with their forecasts. So again, this is going to really help NIO move higher. So there's a lot of things that's really come out that is helping NIO move higher. So one is, I think probably the biggest one is them saying that they did 4,069 units in the first 10 days. So let me know your general thoughts on pretty much all these points that I did mention. Aside from that though, shorts aren't doing anything. Even yesterday, they kind of took advantage of the sell-off and they did return just shy of around 2 million shares. So in reality, that's exactly why I like to analyze that type of information, because it kind of signals that it was an overreaction. In my opinion, of course, and clearly shorts as well, or else they would have easily doubled down. So far during the pre-market, they're not really doing anything. 11.99% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 184.97 million shares overall being shorted. In my opinion, I do feel like they will kind of return a little bit more today, but if there is some dramatic change, I can do a PM video. But for today, the bulls are very much still believing that it will be kind of between that $4.50 and $5 range by the end of this week. And then the bears are anticipating for it to be sub $4.50. So that's kind of a little bit more of a benchmark for you to use. And right now with it at $4.60, it is trading, like I said, between this R1 and the pivot. I'm looking at the one-day chart. Moving over to the 4-hour though, right here, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 456 is going to be a strong support, and then 473 is going to be the next strong target / resistance, at least for today. So again, something to kind of keep in mind if you're going to average down or whatever else. Aside from that one new rating that did come out, there wasn't any articles really talking about NIO. So most likely a lot of the points that I did bring up are going to really help NIO and push it higher, unless shorts for whatever reason decide to kind of, this is the line that they want to draw, that they want to double down, triple down on. But there is, as you can kind of see right here, more than 25 million shares available to be shorted. So if shorts really wanted to, for instance, double down yesterday or even today, they can definitely do so. And so the fact that they didn't is rather bullish if you ask me. 472, that's going to be another key point to watch for. That is that ALMA. And so anything below that shows more consolidation. So for face value, even though it is recovering 3+% right now, Still on the technicals, it does signal that it's going to consolidate. So best case scenario, it will close above that 472 over the next couple trading days. And then aside from that, it's already above all the key pivotal moving averages. And then stochastic RSI, very oversold. So a good piece of news, whether it be specific to NIO or the broader market, you could see a very nice push higher. So let me know your thoughts on NIO. Where do you see things going with it in the short term? Do you think a lot of the things I did bring up, such as the analyst rating, them actually coming out and giving the true number for the first 10 days of its launch, and just the loans, do you think that's all good reasons to buy, or do you think that not really? What's your kind of general thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I do give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. And then one final thing, I'm heading to New York this weekend. So leaving tomorrow early morning. So I don't know if I'll be able to keep up to date with all of the NIO videos. So if you see me kind of drop off, that's why. So I'll try my best to kind of do as many videos as I can, covering NIO, going over some of the data points and whatever else. But if I obviously don't, then I'm still alive, just not doing any videos right now. So hopefully everyone has a good day. And then with all that, appreciate all of you watching.